What's up, Primal Gang? Let's watch the video first because he talks too fast and a lot of nonsense. And yeah, when you watch it, just think about it, that he's being nice because he wants to gain clients, okay? Because he has something to sell.
Here's what I eat in a day as a fat girl on a cruise. For breakfast, I had an everything bagel with smoked salmon, some chive cream cheese.
The bagel will have carbs to help supply energy for an exciting day on a cruise. Salmon will have protein, healthy omega-3 fatty acids to fight inflammation, vitamin D, although she's probably getting a lot on a cruise. This is an excellent way to start the day. These cruises often have fresh fruit available for breakfast, so definitely dive into that as she did. Excellent choice.
This was dinner. I was really hungry, so I got 2 entrees.
Now this is a super nutrient-dense meal. The steak is going to be loaded in your protein, dietary fats, B vitamins, iron, magnesium. The potato is going to be packed in potassium, going to be a starchy carb, going to be super filling. Broccoli will pack that fiber, folate, potassium. Carrots are going to pack beta carotene, good for skin and eye health. And she got a second entree in the fish fillet, which is a white fish, super lean protein, making this even more filling. Nice work. You can't have a nice meal like that on a cruise without finishing with a little sweet treat for balance and moderation. And she goes with the tiramisu, excellent option.
Then I found this little ice cream bar on the pool deck, you already know. And it was a late night and we had a few too many drinks. I forgot to record, but we also finished the night with a few slices of Sorrento's pizza. Honestly, it was probably mediocre, but I was too lit to care.
She ended the day off with some ice cream, pizza, a couple drinks with friends, and that's really what it's all about when you're on a cruise, getting some nutrient density in while still enjoying yourself. Great work.
So as you can see, the video is titled What I Eat in a Day as a Seed Oil Problems Girl on a Cruise. So the first meal was everything bagel with smoked salmon, chive cream and cheese. Everything bagel is basically a grain sludge that has many type of seeds, usually like sesame seeds and poppy seeds, to give it some type of interesting taste. But in reality it's actually toxic, just like all seeds. In the past, honestly, I used to eat this, and it's not too bad, especially if it's fresh and it's out of bakery. I'm not gonna lie that it tastes bad, okay, because it doesn't. They add seed oils to it and fortified wheat and who knows what else to just make it so fluffy. Because normally, without those chemicals or whatever and oils, it would be just a boring bread. But even in this form, you will always need some type of animal foods to consume it. Some type of spread or something, because on its own it's just dry and you can barely swallow it. You would need to be incredibly hungry to just eat it on its own. The green leaves are just cringe. I don't think I have anything to say about that. If you're on this channel, you should already know that I don't have a good opinion about the green leaves. It is not food for humans. And there's some smoked salmon. I am pretty sure that sometimes smoked salmon is raw, just because cooked salmon would have like a different color. And salmon, if it wasn't raised in the wild, so if it was farmed salmon, then it's not good for you to consume it, because it was raised in a toxic environment and it's not good for you. I tried wild salmon raw this year, but I wasn't a big fan of it. Maybe I could eat it once a year, but I'm not a huge fan. I like beef. And there's the rest of the vegetables and some lemon. The problem I have with this meal right here is that there's not enough meat. Like, the plate should be full of meat, okay? And eat as much meat as you want. There's no need to consume the bagel and the green leaves and the veggies, because those foods are just there so the restaurant can save money on you. Because meat is the most expensive thing on that plate. The reason why I'm not consuming any everything bagel or the green leaves or those veggies, it's because I don't have empty space left in my tummy after I'm full of meat and animal fats. And if there is any empty space left in my tummy, that is meant to be like that. So the meat can travel through the digestive system nice and easily, without any bloating. If I was on this cruise and they served this up to me, and there was nothing else to eat than this, I would just eat the salmon. Yeah, whatever. I know it's not healthy, this type of salmon, but whatever. And the lemon, and maybe those fruits. And I would be very disappointed if they could not give me more salmon. They could only give me some bagel or whatever. I would only eat the carrots and the bagel and whatever if there was no meat at all, man. This meal is such a rip-off. Like, it's daylight robbery. The orange juice looks nice. I hope it's not Fanta or something. Now let's get into his commentary. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention there was also chive cream cheese. Cream cheese tastes nice. Believe me or not, I actually used to work in a cheese factory, but that's a story for another day. Cream cheese just tastes nice, but yeah, it's not too good for you. But if you have animal fat cravings, then yeah, you're gonna find it tasty. Especially if you're not eating our natural diet, you're gonna find it tasty, something like a cream cheese. But there is actually natural cream cheese, something like a brie. There are actually many versions of raw cheeses that are similar to brie, but those are expensive, and these cruises, they're not going to serve up something expensive unless you pay a lot for the cruise. But if you did not pay, then yeah, it has to be profitable for them. Yeah, let's see what he has to comment. He says that it's full of carbs that will provide energy for the day. Yeah, there's no denial. Carbs are going to provide energy. I keep saying this all the time. Carbs are for energy and not for the maintenance of your body. And he also says how salmon has healthy omega-3s and it fights inflammation. How about if it was farmed salmon? He doesn't say a word about it. It's like misinformed. This guy is a complete hustler. He just wants to hustle people. He doesn't care about health, because if he did care about health, then he would actually research what he talks about. He only cares about money and results. And I'm not saying that his clients would not lose weight if they would listen to him. Like, I guess he would tell them to eat less calories or whatever, eat more fruit and eat more vegetables and eat more plant-based and reduce oil consumption and whatever. And yeah, that is going to lead to weight loss. But his clients are also going to end up malnourished and miss out on many nutrients. So yeah, for dinner she had New York strip, which is a steak basically. So it's some cooked muscle meat and a baked potato. Yeah, the steak is fine. I get it that they want to eat it cooked, because if the waiter would show up with a raw steak, they would freak out or something. Man, that baked potato just looks so sad. Unless you place inside some butter, then yeah, it can be consumed. I don't know, I lost respect for potatoes this year completely. It doesn't matter what recipe I use, it just doesn't taste the same, man. Once you eat raw meat from a healthy animal, that's all you want to eat. And some nice blood oranges, of course. And these days I also eat like 1 banana per day. When I can find a ripe one. Wait, because I can't really find ripe ones. Just because I'm kinda getting tired of citrus fruit. So yeah, bananas feel nice. But not 30 a day, just like Durian Liar says, and freely. Whatever, back to this video. Yeah, potatoes are boring. And there are carrots and broccoli. Listen, some carrots can be sweet, and when it's like boiled or whatever, it doesn't feel toxic at all. I mean, once you chew it enough, you can kind of feel something, but it's edible. It's not as bad as broccoli, because back in the days when I was vegan, or even not a vegan or whatever, I avoided broccoli just because it smells so bad, even if it was fresh or I don't know. There was something off about broccoli, and I avoided it. Of course, this guy is not gonna mention how it contains oxalates or whatever, because then his sensitive customers are going to get triggered and they are not going to buy his program or one-on-one coaching or whatever he's selling. I'm not even interested what he's selling. And on this plate there's also some type of sauce, I guess, that also has seed oils. Maybe the baked potatoes also have seed oils. Maybe this meat was also, I'm not sure. I have no idea about these cooking techniques, but there are seed oils on this plate. He does say good things about the steak. And yeah, it is going to have all of that, even if it's cooked. But it would have more of it if it was raw. Because the cooking process makes things evaporate. And you know what he said about carrots? The carrots are going to have carotene. And carotene is good for the eyes and it's good for skin health. Like, can you believe that? A domesticated root from a wild toxic root, like wild carrot, is going to be good for eye and skin health. If I would reach out to this guy to tell him and correct him on things, that the way he thinks and stuff, he would read the email and would think that, yeah, this is not going to help with my profits, so I'm not gonna listen to this troll on the internet. And he's saying how you can't have a nice meal without finishing with a nice sweet dessert. Ideally, after a steak, it would be nice, some orange juice. It just goes so well, even after fish. I guess that fish was cooked in seed oils. So there you go, it's seed oils again. I just know that chefs usually cook it with seed oils. Maybe it was butter, I don't know. I'm just guessing that it was with seed oils. This diet doesn't have too many seed oils, but I think she has seed oil problems because when she is not on this cruise, she's eating like Kentucky Fried Chicken or whatever. And for dessert, she is going for a tiramisu. Man, tiramisu is so disappointing. Actually, I can't tell you any green sludge dessert that is not disappointing. For me, in my reality. Even my favorite green sludge dessert that used to be, it's the triple Swiss roll. Whatever, it's the Swiss roll. The cream inside is just so sweet that, what man, are you trying to give me diabetes or you're trying to poison me? It's too much, man. One slice is too much. But when you have seed oil problems and you're not eating real food, you're gonna think that, yeah, that's such a treat to eat a tiramisu. Now, this type of ice cream I used to have when I was a kid. Listen, it has many horrible chemicals inside and also seed oils. The ice cream itself has seed oils and that, I don't know what's that called. The ice cream cone that also has green sludge and seed oil. Maybe some eggs. Who cares? It's bad. Then she also had some alcohol, quote unquote few drinks, and a few slices of Sorrento's. I guess it's some type of pizza. I'm gonna look it up right now. Okay, so Sorrento's is apparently some type of pizza that is crispier and it's with a specific Italian cheese. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna lie, it does look delicious. I have weakness for cheese that was melted and it stretches. That's so delicious. And I have nothing against the tomato sauce. Tomato sauce and melted cheese, yeah, that's delicious. But that green sludge dough thing, it has no taste, okay? There's no reason to eat that. I always say that instead of pizza, it's better to just eat an omelette, like an egg omelette that was cooked in butter or tallow. And you'd drop some cheese with it to melt together. Or you can just have a primal version of it and drink the egg yolk raw and eat some nice Gruyere cheese. Or Filo delle Alpi, or Lancashire. These three are my favorite cheeses. Now I get it that maybe they don't have it on the cruise. Durian Liar in an old video, he says if there was only cheese, he would take off the topping. Now you should do the other way around. You should take off the topping and eat the topping only. But many times these pizzas and restaurants, they add seed oils to the dough to make it more fluffy or whatever. And they also add oil on top of the pizza. Like, oh my days. They do that because oil is cheaper than cheese. So there you have it. Basically she had seed oils on every meal. Okay, I just looked it up. The tiramisu, maybe some store-bought tiramisu can have seed oils, but it has coffee. Like, come on. And what is this guy has to say to this meal?
Great work.
If it is such a great work, then how come she has seed oil problems? Oh, I know. It's because she literally had seed oils on every meal. Thanks for listening.
Great work.